Batting fifth, the catcher, number 40, Tyler Herbers. Batting sixth, number 19, the shortstop, Kevin Schaff. Batting seventh, number 23, the left fielder, Jordan Harley. Batting eighth, number 9 in center field, Matt Brandkamp. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 14, Ethan Mason. And on the mound for the Lions will be senior left-handed pitcher Aiden Post, number 18. Aiden comes in with a record of 1-0, a couple of starts. He's only went 6 innings, though. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 walks, 1.50 ERA, and a batting average against of .217. So as Aiden finishes warm-ups here, getting ready to go. The field, the sun's popping out here. It was pretty cloudy for a while, but the sun has come out. Slight wind from right to left. The grass is still pretty wet from the dew overnight, and obviously they have a sprinkling system. So the field's, the grass is wet right now. Through infield, you can really tell it was wet with the balls hit to the outfield. So leading off for Elmhurst.
Take a nap now.
Fouled off by Post, the first pitch, and we're underway. Left-handed Frogger coming in, batting 1,000, he's 3-3. Breaking ball stays down. They check with the first base umpire. It's really difficult for the first base umpire to make that call with a left-handed hitter. He says no. 1 ball, 1 strike. Post delivers. Fastball right in there, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 on the way, curveball, stays high. Second ball bounced to shit. Andrew might have had a little trouble with the throw there with the wet ball. Martin wasn't able to come up with the tough short hop that he got. Pretty good lead out there at second base by Kolb. Pitches, that stays high. 2 balls, no strikes. On deck is the designated hitter, Freddie March. 2-0 pitch that swung on and grounded towards Schaff. The runner will hold. Kevin makes the throw across the diamond for the second out. So Switterek rounds out 6-3. That'll bring up the 4-hole hitter, number 35, the designated hitter. Outfield pretty much straight away. Brandkamp shading a little towards left. Curveball, ball strike 2. Right inside corner. The ball's 2 strikes. Infield deep all the way around. Harrison's almost to the outfield grass. Schaff deep. Shortstop.
Chuck finally able to join you.
Change piece and foul. I know you're working really hard to get this thing going here for the last day.
Yeah, I was going to say it's getaway day for us as well. So, God forbid we have everything go right technology-wise like we have all week long.
Yeah,
it's been pretty good except for the one day at softball when I couldn't get internet. We haven't had any real issues. Myself and Jake trying to get it going. So we apologize for any technical difficulties we've had here in the top of the first. we should be good to go from now on.
0-2. That's a ball in the dirt. That's going to be a wild pitch. And Kolb will advance to third. So a runner on third with 2 outs. Counts 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tyler Herbert's getting the start behind the plate today. Moving Anton Meir over at his position he played most of last year in right. Matt Brandkamp in center. Harley in left as the lines go. Harrison at third, Schaff at short, Lawson at second, and Martin at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch that's swung on and tapped foul on an off-speed pitch. So March stays alive.
Aiden's got to wiggle off of this thing. Get back to the dugout with a 0 on the board.
The 1-2. Backdoor curveball, and that's fouled off too. So March not willing to give up his at bat. He keeps hanging in there.
Got a heck of a battle brewing here in the top of the first inning, Chuck.
Yeah, again, March has a couple home runs, 7 RBIs, and he's only played in 6 games, so he sat out 1 game. Elmhurst looking for their first win of the year. Pitch, fastball, swung on and fouled off. Aiden trying to get that put-away pitch here. I would expect to see a change-up here after that fastball. See what Coach Doros comes up with and the staff. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I would think change away here would probably get him. Set. There's the change-up, and he struck him out swinging. So every once in a while I get one right. Elmhurst does not score in the top of the first. Lions are coming to bat in the bottom of the first. No score on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. And we're back for the bottom of the first. On the mound for Elmhurst is sophomore right-hander Logan Leach. He's from Cary, Illinois, Cary Grove High School. Comes into the game 0-2, be his 3rd start of the year. An 8 2/3 has allowed 13 hits, 9 earned runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, .333 batting average against. So Anton Meir will step in for the Lions. Anton leading off, as he does almost every game. Comes in hitting .302 with 3 doubles, 7 RBIs, and has 4 stolen bases.
Yeah, Chuck, it's been a lot of, as you say, as Anton goes, the Lions go. He's got to be productive in this leadoff spot. Top of the order yesterday was very good, especially in game 1. They were, at one point, I know late in the game, they were 6 for 12 through the top 4. So you need to see a performance like that out of them again.
Pitch, and again, called strike on the outside corner where you have a starting pitcher that's throwing out of the stretch. Very interesting. You see that more and more these days. Stretch, the 0-1. That's outside. Calling balls and strikes. This game's Andrew Eng. On the bases is Mike Pirine. So, last day in Florida. for Mount St. Joe baseball this year. 1 ball, 1 strike. That swung on and fouled. Little slurve there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sun kind of going in and out now. It's behind the clouds, and it is kind of a cloudy day. Actually, the lights are on, not on our field, but the fields over the left field fence here. So we're again on the main field for whatever that's worth. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch that swung on and fouled off. Anton hangs in there.
Yeah, good job to fight off that tough pitch inside. Anton, you know, as we all know who are Lions fans, looking to shoot the ball the other way a lot. So beating him in on his hands is a good way to get him out.
Yeah, Anton with really good speed. This is Elmhurst's first game down here, and then the Lions are, you know, last game getaway day for us. 1-2 pitch, curveball that's lined into center field, a base hit. So Anton gets it started.
Kind of a little humpback liner there with the shortstop. You paused for a second. You had the same thought I did. It looked like shortstop might have a play on that, but it goes down as a base hit for Anton.
I know when I do softball, a lot of times I think it's hitting that shortstop will go over and make the play. Oh, yeah. So that'll bring up number 27, Jake Lawson. And if the third baseman stays where he's at, it will be first and second, no outs, because Jake will drop a bunt. The third baseman,
he's walked
Brian.
in a step or two, Chuck.
But
Not enough.
I guarantee you this is a quick bunt here. Stretch Muir with a short lead. Here it comes. There's the bunt.
Just
fouled it off. Jake's upset with himself. He knows it's a sure hit if he gets it down.
Especially in this wet grass.
Yeah,
picking up a wet ball, it easily could be second and third.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
nobody out.
I think Harry had trouble in the first inning with his throw too, with the wet ball. We probably won't. It usually dries out by about 10, but you know it's still
sun.
It ain't
going to do it.
Nope. No balls, 1 strike. Anton with a bigger lead on first. And he's going to fire over there, and Anton gets back very easy.
Yeah, Chuck, I know you gave Leach his numbers. He's a real slender kid.
Yeah, they're showing him 6'3", 175 on the roster.
175 is probably a stretch. Anton with that jumping lead.
That's Jake. Line shot to right at the right fielder, Mitchell. Boy, he hit the ball right on the nose, so Jake hitting in some tough luck right now.
It's a cruel game at times, ladies and gentlemen.
It really is. My son Ryan a few years ago in high school was lining out all the time. He said to me, he goes, "It's a dumb game." Just very frustrating.
At times it feels that way.
Yep. That'll bring up Andrew Harrison. Andrew hitting .242. Did homer yesterday. His first home run of the year. Anton with a good lead on first.
Kind of gave Lions some life with that homer.
He did. Curveball stays high. 1 ball, no strikes. So Andrew kind of won that third base job, at least for now.
Yeah, I mean, defensively he's playing unreal. And Ethan's very good defensively as well.
But Andrew's been fantastic down there.
That's been the biggest question for Harry the last couple of years is will he do enough defensively?
That ball's down. 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, his freshman year, we mentioned this the other day, he hit like crazy the first 15 games, but he did struggle in the field, whether it was fielding it or throwing it. Now he's really playing a good third base. He's made some outstanding plays down here.
And I was talking to his dad a little bit yesterday. You can tell he's worked a little bit. He looks down a little bit weight-wise, and that does nothing but help you.
Absolutely. 3 balls, no strikes as he misses outside and away.
I mean, in the first here, Harry's got to have the take, right?
Absolutely. You got the big guy on deck. You want a couple guys on when he comes up. 3-0. And that's ball 4 inside. So
Leach wanted that one.
Yeah, just what we want. The big guy coming up with 2 on and 1 out.
Lions created an opportunity very similar to this in the first of game number 1 yesterday. Had the bases loaded with nobody out. Were unable to put the ball in play to score a run.
Yeah, Brennan Cummins hitting .340 with a double, couple home runs, and a team-leading 12 RBIs.
Well, Jake just asked if he wanted me to take the headset off because yesterday, Brennan, when he hit his home run, I was once again not on the call. So he told me I'm not allowed to call his at-bats anymore, so we'll see what he does here.
Anton jumping around out there. That's swung on and hit well a ton out of here, but foul.
Not by much.
Not by much. Now, if you talk to the Ohio Northern coach, he'd say that's the same ball that he hit the other day
I agree.
They called fair.
And what's funny is looking out the way it was. I didn't see it go over, but the way where it was bouncing, it looked fair from here where it was bouncing, but you never know what it hit.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't see it. I mean, I lost it right off the bat. So no balls, 1 strike.
Just a long strike.
Pitch. Out straight back. I actually flinched on that a little bit. No balls, 2 strikes. Well, if he gets one out, and if I call it, you can pull a Joe Nuxall
Oh,
and
I'm
yell,
taking
get out of
over.
here, get out of here.
I'm taking over,
There
Chuck.
you go. Go ahead. No balls, 2 strikes.
But like you said, the 2 that he's hit, we weren't sure they were out. Yesterday's hit the very top of the fence in right center field and carried over.
No balls, 2 strikes. Runners get their leads. Harrison on first. Mir off second. The 0-2 running fastball outside. Nice 0-2 pitch there. Yeah, they're moaning and groaning from the Elmhurst side, but that was 4 or 5 inches off the plate. But a good 0-2 pitch.
Really good 0-2 pitch.
Yep.
Good discipline by Brennan to not give himself up on that.
1-2. On deck, Tyler Herbers. Mir with a short lead. Bouncing around. There he goes. That's bounced towards first. Anton can maybe score on this.
Well, he stopped.
Oh, I thought maybe he kind of upset with himself as the first baseman, Swiderek, throws the ball to Leach, the pitcher, for the out, and that will advance the runners. But Anton on the pitch was taken off. I thought he had a shot to maybe score.
I think he stumbled a little bit coming into third base, Chuck. I looked over, and he looked a little discombobulated over there. He definitely didn't get a good turn.
So the Lions have runners on second and third now. Tyler Herbers the batter.
Herbers making his first start behind the plate this year. He's played some innings, but I don't think he started back there yet.
First pitch swung on and missed. Tyler's 1 for 2 on the short season.
In his career, he's typically been a guy that puts it in play, though.
Yep.
Likes to use the middle of the field. A base hit right over the pitcher's mound right now would not be a terrible thing.
Stretch. The pitch. Another slider. Swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes. Tyler upset with himself. And, you know, you can understand he doesn't get many opportunities. And he feels now he'll just shot. Choking up on a bat a little bit here.
That's a little old school there.
Yeah.
You don't see that much anymore.
No, you really don't. No balls, 2 strikes. I would expect a very similar pitch here. 0-2 looks like he wants to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. And he got a bounding ball into left field.
For a base hit.
Base hit. Up with the ball. So, again, there's no way he's getting that pitch from me. He's getting the same pitch he struggled on.
I'm glad you said that because I actually thought go hard in off the plate, though, and then go back to the slider.
Yeah, it's a risk. You might hit him with 2 strikes. Unless you have really good command there. And the way he looked on those pitches, I'm saying, hey, I'm going to do it again.
I cannot say you're wrong by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, it worked out in the Lions' favor that they didn't do that. But that's kind of where Tyler's been his whole career, kind of flipping it through holes and putting it in play and making you feel it, and that's a big deal.
Lions, ooh, Kevin Schaff for the line drive down the left field line foul. So the Lions take a 1-0 lead.
Kevin hit a home run the other day.
Yeah, Kevin comes in hitting 244, a little bit of a slump, but he does have 5 doubles, a home run, and second on the team in RBIs with 9. Had the big hit against Wilmington now. It's over a week ago now.
That 2-run double to bring the Lions all the way back.
Yep. We're trailing by 3 in the bottom of the 9th, eventually won it in extra innings. Herbers with his lead off first. Pitch, ball's in the dirt. Nice block there by the catcher, Malott.
Good job by Herbers to get a good secondary there. If that ball gets away much further, Herbers might get that bag.
Yeah, it's not your speed as much as, how you read the ball. If you get the good jump, you can still make it.
We saw that yesterday with Brennan taking third on the ball in the dirt. Obviously doesn't run well, so.
1-1, that swung on and fouled off down the right field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the Herbers and Harrison on the swing with 2 strikes and 2 outs will be on the move. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lions lead at 1-0. We play the bottom of the first. Stretch. Pitch. That swung on and fouled to the Lion dugout. Nice leaping play by Jordan Harley in the on-deck circle to snag that.
Tried to go to that fastball in again, did Leach. Schaff did a good job, and he's choking up now with 2 strikes.
Yeah, he is a little bit. I don't think Leach throws hard enough to really get it by us. Stretch. Here it comes. That swung on and grounded to third. Up with it is Bryant over to first for the out. But the Lions get on the board first. 1 run, couple of hits. They leave 2. We're through 1 complete. Mount St. Joe 1, Elmhurst nothing on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. back for the top of the second. Leading it off will be right fielder number 25, Jaden Mitchell. Aiden Post back for his second inning of work. First pitch is a change, swung on and missed.
Good pitch up down low by Aiden there. Buried that changeup. His changeup the other day started to have that run we're used to seeing out of an Aiden Post changeup.
Jaden swings and lifts it towards right, but Mir will go back and make the catch for the first out. Jaden did come in limited bats, hitting .375, so that'll be the first out of the inning. They'll bring up number 5, the catcher, Eric Malott. Eric comes in hitting .333, 7 for 21 with a couple of doubles. Post kicks, fires, fastball swung on and popped up. Martin calls for it. He's in fair territory, and he will make the catch for the second out. So 2 quick outs here in the Elmhurst second. Aiden being really pitch efficient at this point. Bring up Javier Cervantes, the shortstop. He comes in hitting .250 with 5 runs batted in.
Chuck, Aiden continues to work quickly with what we got going today. We love it.
Yeah, we're good fastball in the inside corner. Yeah, folks out there, we have a plane to catch. So at some point, we might have to leave this game early. We're hoping not to, but we'll see how it goes. Ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Get a shout out to our boy back in Cincinnati. Just got a text from him, Coach Jason Kammer. Know you're out there listening, Coach. We're going to try to bring you home a W here in this final game.
They'd love to be here, I'm sure, but ball in, 2 balls, 1 strike. Third baseman Logan Bryan on deck. Pitch swung on and lifted in the air in the infield. Kevin Schaff's going to call, and he's going to make the catch. So Elmhurst in the second, 3 up, 3 down. We're in the middle of the second. Mount 1, Elmhurst nothing on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. We're back for the bottom of the second. Leading it off for the Lions will be Jordan Harley, the left fielder. Jordan's had a nice week down here. Missed the first couple of games trying to heal that hamstring injury, but he comes in hitting .400, 8 for 20 on the year. He's got a triple down here. Good speed. Swings it from the left side.
Has done a really good job defensively in left field, too. Cut off some balls that probably should have been doubles. Made a really good catch in yesterday's game.
There's a nubber towards short. That's going to be tough. I think that's going to be an error on the shortstop.
I agree.
Yeah, he was
Jordan
getting
was
down the
still
line pretty good.
Yeah, he was still 10, 12 feet from the bag over there first. That's one of those ones. We'll probably go back and watch the video and see where Jordan was when the shortstop should have made the play.
Right.
That's the one added benefit to streaming all these games in Florida is we have the ability to go back and check our scoring decisions.
Yeah. Lead stretches. Harley with a short lead. Brandcamp at the plate. Breaking ball drops in there. No balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, good front door breaking ball there from Leach.
I would assume this is their first game of the trip. I would assume he's their #1 starter, but they haven't played in a week. On deck, Ethan Mason. Pitch. That's low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Like to see the Lions get a little more of that running game going. Jordan runs good. We've talked about it. He's dealing with a little bit of a leg thing, so he's not at 100% over there running. But at some point, you'd like to get some action out of these bottom of the order guys, especially with no outs in the inning.
There he goes. Pitches a strike. Throw down to second is not in time. So Jordan steals second. Just what you were talking about, Blake. You know me. I love to get men in motion. We used to call it motion offense when I was coaching.
I especially like it out of the bottom of the order. You've got Matt down here who can run. You got Jordan down here who can run, and Ethan on deck who can all run. You get these guys on, get them moving.
The other thing is Matt can handle the bat really well.
Correct.
Here.
Now the 4 hole's huge. He can punch it through there for a RBI base hit.
Stretch. That swung on and popped up in the shallow center field.
Long run.
A long way. And then the right fielder now, Mitchell, will come over and catch it in front of the center fielder Johnson for the first out. So not a quality at bat there. That's a fly out to right center.
And you brought up the quality at bat thing. That's one of the things that was being talked about in the Lions dugout there in Game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader. Productive outs. Got to make more productive outs.
That'll bring up Ethan Mason. Ethan's DHing today after starting yesterday. Stretch. Good running jump at second. That swung on and hit pretty good to left field.
Get out.
But over to make the catch is Fraga. He'll throw back in, but Harley got a really nice jump. He had third stolen.
Correct.
But Ethan got a pitch he thought he could handle and threw out to left.
And while that's not a hit for Ethan, that is a barrel for Ethan, and he needs barrels as bad as he needs hits. He needs solid contact in play, and that's almost a small victory for Ethan Mason, as much struggle as he's had with the bat in his hand so far this season.
So that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Anton Meir. Anton singled and scored in the first. The Lions only run. Lead stretches. Throws homeward. A little outside. I don't expect to see Harley try to steal third with 2 outs. But he did have a running jump. It would have been nice to see if Ethan could have took that. But again, it was a pitch he thought he could handle. He just missed it.
One of those spots, if they're thinking the way you're thinking, that he's not running and you forget about him, he'll go get it. But it's got to be you can get it.
Yeah, can't make the third out at third. Good breaking ball drops in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here as the Lions batting the home second.
I know I said 11, but I'm going to start checking our drive time right now.
1 ball, 1 strike. Stretch. Pitch. It's a fastball outside.
It was well out.
Yeah, Malott, the catcher, tried to jerk it back, but Andarang, the home plate umpire, was having none of it. 2 balls, 1 strike.
So far, Ing's doing a fantastic job behind the dish.
He really is. He really is.
Tell you what, our last game on this field last year, remember the guy we had? He was unbelievable, young guy.
Yeah. 2-1. Oh, swung at a ball in the dirt. That's a wild pitch, but it is a swinging strike. So Harley will take third on the wild pitch. The count goes to 2-2 on Anton.
Now you just find a hole somewhere, Anton.
Yeah, Anton a little over anxious there, wanting to drive that run in.
On the breaking ball that was down in the dirt.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Outfield straight away. Stretch. The 2-2. That falls down in the dirt. Nice block by the catcher, Malott. So the count runs full. We'll have a payoff pitch. Jake Lawson on deck as the Lions batting the home second. The designated home team here today. They try to switch it up where you get about the same amount of home as visitors. I think this week it ends up the Lions 4 times home and 3 times visitors. Stretch. Payoff. Breaking ball grounded towards second.
Big hop over there. Oh.
Throws it over to first. That ends the inning. The Lions in the second. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We're through 2 complete, leading 1-0 on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. And we're back for the top of the third. For Elmhurst, it'll be Logan Bryant, Evan Johnson in the top lineup, Marty Fraga. And back with the play-by-play is Blake Watson.
Thanks, Chuck. Great job. Aiden Post out for his third inning work. It's been very efficient. Only 23 pitches through the first two. He'll face the bottom two in the order here and then flip it over to the top. So the Lions got the narrow 1-0 lead. Threatened again in the bottom of the second. Unable to get that two-out base hit that's kind of eluded them all season, Chuck.
Yeah, so far that has been kind of the bugaboo, especially down here. There was some, well, yesterday they lose 2 games, 3-1 and 6-5. Games they, I don't want to say should have won, but easily
yeah,
could have
there's
won.
a lot of could have ones
Right.
that aren't going their way right now. Ball, first pitch, fastball inside corner, popped up in the middle of the infield. Lawson calls off shaft, catches it just into the grass behind second base for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's how you stay efficient with that pitch count, Chuck.
I was going to say, this pitch count, his pitch efficiency's been outstanding.
That brings up Ethan Johnson. Johnson, the center fielder, batting in the 9 hole. Good first pitch fastball on the outside corner from Aiden Johnson coming into today. Batting .222, played 7 games, 6 for 27, 2 doubles. Yet to register a run batted in. 1-1 the count now as Aiden missed with the second pitch. Ball fisted at Jake Lawson at second base. Over to make the catch on the line drive. 2 quick outs. So that gives Elmhurst the ability to flip their lineup. See Aiden for the second time. Brings up Fraga. Fraga grounded out to Schaff in his first at bat. Swings it from the left side, playing left field today. Post as Fraga squares the bunt. Post, ooh, just missed down with the breaking ball.
Sun's trying to pop out again.
I say keep it in.
Yeah.
Not trying to get burnt on the last day in Florida, Chuck. Post, rocks and delivers, goes to that slow breaking ball. Fraga way out in front of it as it dots the outside corner and he swings through it. 1-1 the count now. Posty catches it, ready to rock and roll, gets what he wants from Herbers. Oh, hits him with a fastball up and in. So the second base runner of the game for Elmhurst will bring up Kolb, who has their lone hit. It was a bunt base hit at first base.
Then
he advanced on the throwing error.
Really nice bunt.
Not likely to see that here with 2 outs, though.
Yeah. Harry's going to make sure he doesn't do it again. He's way in.
Second baseman Kolb made the final play of the last inning on the mere ground ball. See what he can do with the bat in his hand. Harry backs up a step. Post tries to go inside, pulls that breaking ball, shaking out his hand a little bit. Didn't like the way that one felt coming out, Chuck.
Yeah, you know, we're hoping to get Aiden through this season as best they can, you know, we can, because you know, he's had some injury issues throughout his career.
Aiden has what he wants from the stretch now. Goes to that slow breaking ball, catches the outside corner. Evens the count 1-1. Yeah, you and I were talking at one point in the room, I believe, about Aiden, and I know when he was recruited, they expected him to be kind of a lefty specialist out of the bullpen. When you take what was expected out of Mr. Post and what he's given you, I'd say he's had a pretty solid career in blue and gold. Picked him off. Martin to Schaff for the out. Good job by Aiden. Good move. So Lions retire the side, leave nobody on here in the third. Head to the bottom of the third inning. Due up for the Lions, Lawson, Harrison, and Martin here on the Mount St. Joseph Sports Network. All right, so back out for the bottom of the third. Leading it off will be Lawson, followed by Harrison, Martin, and hopefully a host of others. Picking up my boy Chuck here. We failed to mention earlier in this broadcast on the coaching lines for the Lions, longtime assistant coach Jason Miller and former MSJ starting pitcher and center fielder. And on the third base coach line, Kyle Kittle.
Also a former player.
Also a former player. Kittle could always swing it. He just didn't really have a position. So Leach out there for his third inning work. 35 pitches coming into this bat to Lawson. Lawson lined out hard to right in his first. So the fastball misses up and away.
Yeah, I can remember at least 2 to 3 balls this week. He's hit right on the nose.
Yep.
Right at somebody.
Oh, Lawson ahead 1-0. Goes the fastball again. Jake out in front, nubs it off to the left side. That's going to likely be a hit for Jake Lawson. Thrown away. Jake wisely stays at first as it ends up right behind him. That'll be an infield single for Lawson. Kind of an excuse me check off the end of the bat, but we will take the base hits any way we can get them, Chuck.
Well, you know, kind of even now. He lined out. It's
Yep.
a goofy game. He hits the ball right on the
What
nose.
Ryan said it's a stupid game.
Yeah.
So brings up Andrew Harrison. Again, Harrison hit the home run yesterday. Walked in his first plate appearance of this ball game. Or was he hit?
He walked.
Okay. Oh, so no official at bat at this point in the game. Lawson away from first. Harrison checks the swing, fouls it straight back.
Andrews that was his 5th walk, and he's been hit 4 times. So his on-base percentages, well, now it's above 390, so it's about 400. So he's getting on base, even though maybe the average isn't where
the average isn't where you'd probably want it, but he's giving you quality at bats, Chuck.
Yes.
Leach comes, misses up and in with the breaking ball. Harrison didn't turn out of that way out of that much. He was ready to eat that one if it hit him.
Andrew, the junior third baseman from Springboro.
Big, strong kid, not afraid to wear one for the Lions. Lawson away from first. Pitch misses down and away. 2-1 the count now. To Harrison, who yet once again plays the hot corner for the Lions.
Mr. Leach is going to get himself in trouble here if he puts Harry on. Big man on deck.
2-1 the count. Ooh. Missed down and away.
Yeah, that was a pretty good fastball.
Yeah.
That might have been his best fastball.
3-1 to Harrison. Lawson leads away from first. Leach comes to the plate. Ooh, strike. That's kind of the same spot, maybe a little higher.
Yeah.
Harry wasn't 100% sure when he was getting ready to take off. He thought the delay from Mr. Eng meant a ball, but I think it was the right call. I think it was a strike on the outside corner.
I'd like to see Jake take off here full count. We have not been running full count.
Runs it full. Jake goes.
There he goes.
Harry fouls it over towards the Lions dugout off the fencing. We'll reset it.
Yeah, I definitely, for some reason, the Lions have been a little passive with full counts this week. And I know you're afraid of a strikeout throwout, but boy, you stay out of the double play, and you got a shot to move some infielders around and get them out of position.
And that's where Harry's discipline at the plate has been really good, and it helps you in this spot. Lawson goes again. Harrison hits it to the third baseman, comes up clean, throws it across. High throw. Good job by the first baseman to get back on the bag. That was Swiderek.
Again, stayed out of the double play.
The big does open the base at first if they want to pitch around Brennan. But moves a runner into scoring position with just 1 out.
Yeah, I'm big on moving runners there. And it almost found the hole. Hit it pretty hard. Third baseman Bryant made a nice play.
So it brings up Brennan Martin. Brennan hit a foul ball home run in his first at bat before grounding out to the first baseman. Checks on Lawson a couple of times. Oh, Brennan out in front just a touch. Looked like a little bit of a change-up down and away from him.
Yeah, I would think they're going to try to keep it away from him, even though we both know he does have some power the other way. But the way he turned on that pitch earlier in his first at-bat, I would think they're going to do that.
So 0-1 to the Lions' first baseman. Good eye by Brennan to leave that ball down and away. Like you said, they're staying away from him. Evens the count at 1-1. Leach has what he wants. Comes set. The catcher moved in a little bit there. They challenged, or they did not challenge him. They went down and soft again. So 2-1 the count.
It's not an intentional walk.
No.
They're trying to really be fine, which I don't blame them.
If Brennan's willing to get himself out here, they will take it, but they're not going to challenge him most likely. So 2-1 now, the count to the Lions' first baseman. Lawson gets the running lead. Brennan wisely leaves it alone. Ball misses down and away. Good stolen base there from Jake. He had that stolen before the pitch was ever even thought about delivered.
Yeah, he committed himself. He got a great jump, and again, if you're an Elmhurst infielder, that's on you. You got to tell the pitcher to step off.
It seemed very quiet out there.
Yeah.
So 3-1 to count now to Brennan. And they walked him. Ball gets away. Lawson comes, and he will score as Martin walks to first. So that stolen base of third is huge for Lawson. Gives the Lions a 2-1 lead, or 2-0 lead. My apologies. Looked out and saw the one. It tripped me up a little bit. So Martin stands at first with Herbers stepping in. Herbers is 0 for 1 in this ball game. Or no, he's 1 for 1. That's right. He hit the ball through the 6-hole. Struggled with the slider away the first 2 pitches. They challenged him in, and he flipped it through the 6-hole for a base hit. Martin will get away from first. Leach doesn't even look at him. Herbers swings through the breaking ball at the top of the zone. It's a good swing. Herbers definitely didn't get cheated there, Chuck.
Yeah, he's swinging it like we said, swinging it like he means it.
Martin with not much lead to speak of. Herbers swings through another breaking ball, fouls it into the glove of the catcher.
If he throws a fastball down the middle again like he did last time, I got to believe he's going to go breaking ball
Breaking ball even further away is what I would go. Oh. Leach comes set. Malott sets up way outside. Go the fastball way. Grounded at the shortstop. 6, 4, 3. Double play. And the inning. Lions do score 1 after Jake Lawson advanced on the wild pitch. Scored on a wild pitch. So we head to the top of the 4th. Mount St. Joseph leads 2-0 here on the MSJ Sports Network. All right, Chuck, we're back here, top of the 4th. Aiden Post out for his 4th inning of work, just at 30 pitches right now. If you're Chris Doris in the dugout, you got to love that.
Yeah, when you're at the end of a week, even though it's only their 7th quote-unquote varsity game, they did play 3 JV games, so it's their 10th game of the trip. So to get some extended innings out of inning, Aiden would be great.
So he'll face Kolb, Swiderek, and March.
Yeah, Kolb was at the plate when Fraga was caught stealing 1-3-6 to end last inning.
Aiden missed down and in with the first pitch. Continues to work quickly. Soft breaking ball. Oh, where'd that miss? I think that's one of those ones where the umpire gave up on it early.
Yeah. That
was 100% a strike. With 2-0 the count. Aiden has to go to the fastball. Harry with a nice play to his left. Throws it across. Martin with another really good pick over there at first base for the quick out. 3 pitches in and out for Aiden. He'll take that all day of the week. That brings up the first baseman, Swiderek. Swiderek 0 for 1 in this ball game. Grounded out to Schaff in his first at bat. Post. Ready to rock and roll. Throws that breaking ball, breaks to the inside corner on Swiderek. It's a tough pitch if you're not looking for it, Chuck.
Yeah, Aiden's really got everything clicking so far today. All 3 pitches.
Goes to it again and dots the outside corner with a backdoor breaking ball on the right-hander, Swiderek. Breaking ball. Now he's got you figured out. He can go wherever he wants. Aiden comes close, buries the breaking ball. I like that pitch, too, Chuck.
Yeah, that was a nice block there by Mr. Herbers. Tyler with his first start behind the plate this year.
Yeah, he's caught some innings, but it's the first time he's been on the lineup card as a starting catcher. As a junior, he's got to feel good. Post. Goes to that breaking ball, fouled off of Swiderek in the box. He was way out in front of that thing.
Yeah, it's amazing that now Aiden's going to ask for another ball. It's all wet. You know, in the old days, and I say the old days, I mean, any time a ball like that would get hit like that in front of the plate, if I'm at the plate or if my team's at the plate, I'd say to the umpire, check that baseball. You don't see that anymore.
Yeah. So 1-2 the count now from Post to the Elmhurst first baseman, Swiderek. Goes with the fastball down and misses. Feels like a change away is coming.
Yeah, I think that's probably a pretty good call. Want to make it happen here.
2-2 the count now. Post rocks, delivers, goes to it. Swiderek does a really good job of fighting that thing off, hitting it out of play behind us. Putting together a pretty good at bat is Swiderek. It's the 6th pitch of the at bat coming. There's that breaking ball hit into center. Brandcamp over to his right. Will haul it in for the second out of the inning. Nice play by Matty B. Ball hit a little harder than I thought off the bat, actually. I thought Matt was going to have to come in and get that thing, but he did not. It brings up the designated hitter, March. March struck out in his first at bat to end the first inning. Post. Goes that breaking ball outside. Harrison. No, Schaff in the 6-hole. Long throw. It's a base hit for March. Good play from Schaff to get over and get that thing. I thought off the bat Harry was going to have a chance to cut it off.
Yeah, once he couldn't cut it off, it was going to be a really difficult play. Kevin made a nice play, just couldn't quite get enough on it, and infield hit.
Thought he was going to go to the old school Derek Jeter jumping throw from the 6-hole.
That's
takes a special guy to pull that thing off.
Not too many guys could do that.
So that brings up Jaden Mitchell. Mitchell lined out to right in his first at bat. Ooh, breaking ball just missed in. Good pitch, Aiden.
Yeah, Barry Larkin could do that pretty good, too.
Yeah. I remember he used to always talk about the extra turf. He's like, all I got to do is get it close.
Yep.
It's going to skip on the turf. Said, you don't have to have a great arm to play shortstop on turf. March leads away from first. Not too much of a lead to speak of. Post goes to that breaking ball, hit hard into left field, pulled well foul, but hit good from Mitchell.
Well, I'm going to age myself. The guy that really started that was Dave Concepcion
really?
Back in the 70s. He would bounce it over there on those plays in the hole where he was off balance. He had the arm strength, but you know they got that down pat where they knew where to throw it, and they get the good bounce.
Was the big donkey a decent defensive first baseman? Could he pick that thing?
He sure could.
Aiden goes to the pickoff.
And really, they didn't have to pick. It
yeah,
just was
bounced up
bounce.
waist high.
Yeah, it was just such a good. They had it down pat.
It's kind of the old throwing it back into a coach who's hitting you fungos but doesn't have a glove on. You just kind of bounce it up to him.
That's exactly right.
So 1-1 the count now. Oh, nice pitch on the outside corner for Post. I think he surprised Mitchell with a fastball away there.
Yeah, he was looking for the local and he got the express.
So 1-2 the count now to the right fielder from Elmhurst. For those of you out there watching, if you're from Elmhurst, well, when we say the big donkey, Cincinnati guys, we mean Tony Perez.
Yep.
Oh, nice pitch. Mitchell waved at that thing, kind of went to the old school sword swing, but he got a piece of it, and that's all that matters. So he stays alive. Jake Ayler sitting next to me. That's a swing on the show that's really bad timing, isn't it? But again, he fouled it off, and that's all that matters. He stays alive. Aiden goes to first. Back in easily is March. Post has what he wants from Herbers. March, no real lead to speak of, comes to the plate, strikes him out on the breaking ball in, and we head to the bottom of the fourth. Mount St. Joseph leads 2-0 here on the MSJ Sports Network. All right, so coming to the plate now, Lions shortstop Kevin Schaff. Schaff 0 for 1 in the ball game. Bounced out to the third baseman in his first at bat. Leach at 52 pitches entering the bottom of the fourth here. First pitch hit into right center. Long run for the right center fielder. And he's over and misses the ball, so Schaff will get at least a double. He cruises into second base. Chuck's looking at it like he might think that one's an error. I'm going to let him make this call, or we can discuss it. You think it's an error, Coach?
I mean, he did go a little bit of a way, but, I mean, the major leaguers probably called it double, so we'll go with a double.
That's the fourth hit of the ball game for the Lions.
Somewhere Patrick Murray's out there saying, where was that when I was playing? It looked like, and we can watch the video.
Yeah, another one we'll definitely see the video.
Yeah, it looked like he did get his glove on the ball.
That could definitely change the ruling.
Yeah.
So it brings up the Lions left fielder Jordan Harley.
Expect a bunt here.
I agree.
Nope.
Misses away. Kind of surprised, as you said.
I mean, it's a base hit, and they'll have first and third. I'm a little bit confused here.
Yeah, third baseman about a step behind the bag at third, off the line a little bit, so even a decent bunt is going to be a very difficult play. 1-0 for Harley. Swings through the fastball down. Jake's watching the play now, so we'll have a better idea on the Schaff swing.
As you know, when we do these broadcasts, we're not second guessers. We first guess.
Correct.
I'm telling you right now, I'm managing this ball club. He's bunting the ball to third. It's first and third, no outs.
Missed away.
No out. Not showing no signs.
2-1. Schaff leads away from second. Leach comes to the plate. Harley swings at the pitch down. Was never really a strike. Tough pitch to hit if you're Jordan Harley. 2-2 the count now to the Lions left fielder. Shortstop checks on Schaff. Fastball. That's grounded at the shortstop.
Oh.
Schaff is in a trouble spot there. Yeah, Schaff's out, advancing second to third.
Yeah, that'll be
Good play by the shortstop.
It'll be a fielder's choice, and Schaff's out 6-5.
Good play by the shortstop. Carvantes. Harley will get credited with a fielder's choice. I kind of thought it was going to get through off the bat.
I actually did too, but nice play there by the shortstop, Cervantes.
So Harley leads away from first with 1 out in the inning now. Leach comes plateward. Brandcamp fouls it off the end of his bat over into the first base coach's box. Brandcamp popped out to right in his first at bat. I think that was that running play they made in right center field. Mr. Mitchell made a good play on. Ball misses down and away. Malott thought about throwing the back pick at Harley at first, but Harley got back in pretty quickly.
I'm assuming Harley's on his own over there to try to get the jump if he can take it.
Yeah, he's kind of doing a similar lead to Anton. A short lead, standing a little more upright, trying to get that jump. Brandcamp held back on a breaking ball away from him, but it dotted the outside corner for a strike. Good pitch there from Leach.
Yeah, real good pitch. I'd like to see Matty take that to right side. Big hole over there.
Harley with a little bit different lead now. Goes, jumping lead, got a little bit of a late break, and he is dead out at second base. Caught 2-4 stealing. Did not get a great jump on that stolen base attempt.
No, you're always taught if you don't get the jump, you don't go.
So Lions have a hit, get another runner on, and now the bases are empty with 2 outs. And Brandcamp still at the plate. 2-2 the count. Leach comes set. Comes to the plate. Brandcamp waves through the breaking ball away. The Lions fail to score here in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the 5th inning. Mount St. Joseph leads 2-0 here on the MSJ Sports Network. All right, we are back here for the top of the 5th inning. Aiden Post out for his 5th inning of action. As the throw from Herbers goes down to second base. Leading off for the Elmhurst, I believe Blue Jays, will be the catcher, Malott. Eric Malott is 0 for 1 in this ball game. Post enters the 5th inning, just 46 pitches into the game. So, Post and Malott squaring off. Post with the first pitch. Looked like a bit of a change-up down. Chuck is back with me. Posty ahead in the count 0-1.
Only allowed 2 hits.
Squares the bunt. That'll get foul. Bunted real hard, too. Harry might have had a play on that one, but Malott moves pretty good for a catcher down the line. All right, after some deliberation and
Consultation.
plus checking the video, we will be changing Kevin Schaaf's swing from the last at bat to an error on the center fielder. Malott fouls that pitch off. He's down behind the count 0-2 after that bunt attempt on the second pitch. Posty strikes him out with a changeup in the dirt. Herbers comes up clean, throws it on to Martin for the out. Good job by Aiden. Like you said, only allowed 2 hits in this ballgame, one of which was a bunt base hit.
Yeah, he's really been sharp.
Pitch into that soft contact.
3-pitch guy. Doesn't matter what your velocity. If you got 3 pitches, you can throw for strikes at any time.
At any spot too. He can go up and in, down and away, up and out. Like he can throw all 3 of his pitches almost where he wants to. Especially right now, he's really cruising. Brings up the shortstop Cervantes. Oh, just missed that backdoor breaking ball. Cervantes 0 for 1 in this ball game. Popped up to Schaaf in his first at bat. Aiden goes to the fastball down and in and misses. Did a little work on his cleat there. I think he might have got stuck on his way down the mound. Cervantes ahead 2-0. Post comes quickly. There's that breaking ball into left field for a base hit. Harley over to cut it off. Cervantes hard around first. Will be held to a single on a ball down the left field line. So good swing from the shortstop, Cervantes. Brings up Bryant. Bryant popped out to Jake right behind second base in his first at bat. Lawson. And Bryant at third base here in this ball game. So just a 2-run game here. Leadoff guy on. 8-hole hitter. Wouldn't be shocked to see some action here from Elmhurst with a bunt or a run or something. Ball hit at Schaaf at shortstop. Has to come on hard. Comes up clean. Throws it on to Martin. Nice pick from Brennan. Really good play to bail out Schaaf.
Yeah, you know, Kevin had plenty of time to set his feet. Everybody wants to do or die when you don't have to. That was a great pick by Brennan. He saved him there because that ball could have easily been a wild throw and second and third and Aiden in all kind of trouble. Nice play, but you got time to set your feet.
That brings up the 9-hole hitter, Johnson. Evan Johnson also popped up to Lawson in his last at bat. Post goes to that breaking ball. Oh my goodness.
Herbert's tried to frame it.
Yeah, I always struggle with that pitch. If it's 2 inches outside when the catcher catches it, and the left-hander is on the first base side of the rubber, it 100% had to cross some of the plate. That's physics, boys. Oh, backdoor, kind of I don't know if that was a 2-seam fastball. Had a little bit of run on it. Trying to dot that outside corner. Strike zone's getting pinched just a little bit in this at bat for Mr. Johnson. So 2-0 though, the count. Big lead at second base for Cervantes. Ball pulled into right. Should get foul, and does.
Yeah, good call there. That hooked foul just at the last second. Squared that up pretty good. It's basically a batting practice fastball. He just threw it in there, and he lined it foul. Just a loud strike.
So 2-1 the count now to the center fielder, Johnson.
Really nice crowd here today, boys.
Yeah, getaway day. You could tell these Elmhurst parents are on their first day down here. They all are still real smiley and happy. They haven't been down here for 7 days. As Aiden tries to pick Cervantes at second. Kind of just a show-me move there just to keep him honest.
Yeah, that was a real slow developing play right there. The timing was definitely off.
It's one of those things you don't often pick the second unless you think you can get an out, right? Herbert's good job to keep that in front of him as Aiden bounces the breaking ball to go to 3-1. Steal a line from Chuck. These Lions catchers doing a good job of keeping the ball in front of them and balls in the dirt. Especially Herbert's just doing a really good job of it today.
Well, I remember last year between we couldn't compliment him enough.
Aiden, fastball in, it's up. Herbert thinks he has a shot on it. It looks like it's going to climb into the seats, and it does. Bounces over the fence. The Elmhurst foul ball chasers were unable to get to that one. They thought they had a shot at it. Count runs full.
We need the real deal down
The
here.
real Evan Deal, if you're out there watching, All-American, foul ball, chasing ball boy, best student worker we might have ever had.
Yeah.
We've had some good ones,
Yeah, we
but
have, but he's
Evan's going to have a statue at the Mount one day. Post comes plateward, goes that breaking ball. Ooh, almost got him to offer the pitch up and in. But the 9-hole hitter Johnson works the walk and will turn the lineup over to Fraga. Fraga 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grounded out to Schaff in his first at bat, was hit by a pitch in his second at bat.
I'll step in here for Blake for a second. Delivers ball, fastball in the dirt. Ball 1. So I would assume that Caden Morris is throwing in the bullpen. We do have somebody down there. It's just can't quite make out the number. So Lions lead at 2-0. Elmhurst with a couple runners on. Big lead. He got a running jump and stole third. They would have had him picked, but again, our infielders don't say anything. Should have been picked off. So Cervantes steals third. Johnson stays at first. Curveball just misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. We'll see if they have Johnson take off. Two balls, 1 strike. Kolb on deck. Stretch. Pitch. That swung on a line. Oh, off the glove of Kevin Schaff. And that'll make it a 2-1 ball game. So Kevin leaped forward. He got a glove on it. That's going to send Coach Doros to the mound and talk to Aiden. That'll be ruled a base hit. Clearly, Kevin jumped up. Looked like he could have brought it down, but just went off his glove. So that cuts the lead in half on an infield single there by Fraga. So Elmhurst has runners on first and second, 2 outs. That'll bring up Jacob Kolb. He is 1 for 2. He had a bunt single in the first and grounded a third in the fourth. Post looks in for the sign. Harrison about even with the base. Pitch swung on and popped up a mile high. Lawson calls and he makes the grab. So for Elmhurst in the 5th, they do score a run on a couple of base hits. They leave 2. We're in the middle of the 5th. Mount St. Joe 2, Elmhurst 1 on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. And we're back for the bottom of the fifth. Leading off for the Lions will be Ethan Mason in the top of the lineup, Anton Meir and Jake Lawson. Lions lead at 2-1. Each team with 4 hits and an error in the game. Ethan flied out to left his first at bat. Really like to see him get going. That swung on line drive to right field for a base hit. So Ethan now 1 for 2 on the day. Leach still on the mound for Elmhurst. That'll bring up Anton Meir. Anton singled and scored in the first and grounded out in the second. 1 for 2. Lions lead 2-1 as they bat in the bottom of the fifth. Jake Lawson on deck. Andrew Harrison, Brennan Martin to follow, and hopefully a parade of hitters this inning. Stretch, fastballs up, 1 ball, no strikes. Mason with a short lead. Meir shows bunt. There's a called strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stretch. Pitch, swung on and fouled off. One, 2 to Meir. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center field. Center fielder Johnson over to make the catch for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up second baseman Jake Lawson. Jake lined out to right in the first and then hit a little nubber off the side of the mound that he beat out for an infield second. Single in the third, and scored a run, stole a base. 1 for 2 with a run. We apologize for the static right now. Swung on and missed, strike. We're trying to get that fixed. Producer engineer Jake Ayler working on it. Stretch, Mason with his lead. Pitch. That stays outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stretch. A 1-1. Fastball, that's down and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jake hangs in there. Two. Fastball swung on and missed. So 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up Andrew Harrison. Andrews walked and grounded out the third. Lions lead at 2-1 as they bat in the home fifth. Pitch. That fastball stays out. 1 ball, no strikes. Here. Pitch, swung on and missed. Good fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stretch. Pitch, breaking ball, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ethan Mason will be off on the swing. Pitch, swung on and fouled off. Andrew hanging in there. One and 2. Stretch. Pitch. Fastball stays high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think we've got our technical difficulties worked out here, thanks a little bit, but I think it's a little better. Jake Ayler, our producer engineer, working on it. 2-2. That hits him. So that'll give the Lions another base runner. That'll bring up the big man, Brennan Martin. He is grounded to first and walked.
Baseball. Baseball.
So Elmhurst is going to call time, and our coach is going to take a visit to the mound. You know, they don't wear uniforms anymore, so it's really hard to say who it is out there. It could be the head coach, Joe Heller, or their assistants, Nick Hyden, Corey Herbert, Ron Marinek, Joe Morris, and their graduate assistant coaches, Eric Outlaw. So it could be any one of those. While we're naming coaching staffs, we mentioned Coach Kittle at third, Coach Miller at first, Coach Jason Cameron, who we mentioned is back home listening, Coach Chris Dorr is the pitching coach, and head coach Jeff Newman, and Kelly Kammerer is baseball operations. So 2 on, 2 out. The visit is ended. That'll bring up Brennan Martin. Brennan swinging from the left-hand side. Got a chance to do some damage here, as the lead is only 2-1. Probably a little visit to talk and reinforce how they want to pitch to Martin. Martin with an open stance. Runners get their lead. Mason off second, Harrison first. Fastball down and in. Ooh, called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Stretch. Pitch. That's down. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shortstop Cervantes behind Mason at second, kind of pounding his glove. Now he goes back to his position. Fastball, that stays up. 2 balls, 1 strike. On deck, catcher Tyler Herbers, who's 1 for 2 on the day. 2 balls, 1 strike. Leeds trying to pitch Martin almost perfect here. 2-1 good lead. They're going to throw back, and it's a wild throw, but Mason unfortunately cannot advance. A timing play at second that was off a little bit here. Center fielder, nice job hustling in. Evan Johnson to attempt to back that up in case it went any farther. Like to see that out of your outfielders. We always said on plays, everybody can be doing something. Don't just stand in your position. You never know how that play is going to end up. It could hit the runner, bounce into left or right field. 2-1. Fastball up and out. 3 balls, 1 strike. So Martin in a really good hitter's count here. Got his choice of 2 pitches here. 3-1. Stretch. 3-1. Fastball. That's outside, ball 4. Good take there by Martin. Definitely outside. That'll load the bases for Tyler Herbers. It's Martin's second walk of the game. Tyler with a chance to drive in a couple runs here. So I mentioned he singled through the left side and then hit a 6-4-3 double play in the third. And that ball was hit hard. Stretch pitch, swung on and popped up. Shortstop Cervantes calling it, and he makes the catch. And the Lions' threat goes away. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 left. We're through 5 complete. Mount St. Joe leads 2-1 on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. And we're back for the top of the 6th. Elmhurst will send up Swiderek, March, and Mitchell to face the new Lion pitcher, Caden Morris. Caden entering the game. We'll find some numbers for him. He is making his 4th appearance of the year, first in relief. 1-2 with a 3.68 ERA and 14 2/3 innings. Only allowed 9 hits. 6 walks, 9 strikeouts. Opponent's batting average 180.
His other outing down here in Florida, Chuck, he's kind of the bad luck loser. Lions didn't hit a bunch, but they had some errors behind him. Couple balls that should have been plays that should have been made that weren't, but they weren't errors. It was just kind of bad luck for Caden.
All right, that's the first 2 pitches are out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Swiderek is 0 for 2, grounded to short and flied to center. Lions hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Oh, it hit him. So not a good start here. That'll bring up March, the designated hitter, who struck out and singled to shortstop. Kevin made a nice backhand play, but couldn't throw him out.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Morris here, fill up the zone. I know, it's only a 1-run lead, but make them beat you.
Harrison in on the grass expecting a possible bunt. Showing no bunt. That's upstairs, ball 1.
I mean, I know you'd like to bunt early in the count, but at this point I'd probably make him throw you a strike before you even consider anything but sitting the bat on your shoulder.
For sure. And with him being their 4-hole hitter, I don't expect a bunt. Pitch, that's down in the dirt, ball 2. So
Caden, you have to throw a strike.
If I'm the Lions, I'm going to get somebody. I'm getting Evan Webb or somebody up here. We're in a very close ball game here, trying to get a win on getaway day. And Aiden Post closed the book on him, went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits and 1 run.
Morris did struggle a little bit with command in that first inning before settling in.
A swinging strike. Actually surprised that he would swing at that after all those pitches in a row. But on the other hand, you say, hey, he's going to lay it in there, take something off, maybe he can do something with it. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
Look down at the reaction of the third base coach. I'm not sure that he had the sign to swing there. Mr. Marsh may have been on his own on that swing.
2-1. Breaking ball stays down. 3 balls, 1 strike.
You're in a spot now where you got to make a pitch if you're Caden Morris. Nowhere to put him.
If you make a good pitch here, you could get a rollover here. You
Yep.
could get a 6-4-3, but you got to make a pitch.
Got to make him swing the bat here. And he does.
Yep, fouled it off.
Not a bad pitch, 3-1, Chuck.
Yep. So it's full count. We'll see if the runner Swiderek takes off. If he does, it's ball hit in the air. The infield or middle infield should try to deke the runner to get him to slide into second. So full count, we'll have a payoff pitch. Stretch. Morris is going to check him, throws over to Martin. And just as we said that, the sun has just popped back out. Outfield straight away. Stretch. Runner fakes going. It's ground. Oh, bad hop past Harry into left field. So they're going to have runners on first. That's a bad hop single there. It's one of them. If it's on turf, it's probably a double play, but tough break for Harry there. Tough break for Morris. So they have 2 on with no outs. That'll bring up Jaden Mitchell, who's flied out to right and struck out. So we'll see if they put on any type of bunt play here. Lions lead at 2-1 as Elmhurst bats in the top of the 6th. Long look in. Martin in front of the base at first. Stretch. Good curveball for a strike. Did not show bunt at all. No
Very
balls, 1
surprised no
strikes.
bunt here.
Looks like Brennan Hosler may be going to go down and start throwing.
Caulfield is also
Caulfield,
headed down.
No balls, 1 strike. Really big at bat in this game. Good fastball running inside, swing and a miss, 0-2. The corners can back up.
Again, Morris struggled with his command in that Central game, but settled in pretty quickly. Started to fill up the zone, so hopefully he's doing that now.
No balls, 2 strikes. Runners get their leads. Short lead off. Breaking ball that's popped foul and out of play. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Wind now looks like it's back to blowing from right to left. Not a strong wind, but it's picking up a little bit. Stretch. 0-2. Fastball that's tapped foul at third. So the count remains 0-2. Morris way ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Stretch. Bigger lead now at second. Pitch, fastball down and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just missed. The third base coach barking out numbers as their signals. Not a whole lot you can do here unless you have the base runners running, but 2 strikes. Not going to bunt. Now Morris steps back. That's his first disengagement. The pitch clock will restart.
Haven't seen a single pitch clock violation down here in Florida, Chuck.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple times where I thought it absolutely should have.
1 and 2. Fastball running away, swung on and missed. That's a first big out right there.
Good pitch by Caden. Good bounce back.
Yeah, he went out of the zone. He got a chase. So that'll bring up Eric Malott, the catcher, who has popped to first and struck out swinging. So Caden 1 pitch away at this point. He can get a ground ball here. We can turn it over. Big out. Morris comes set. Now he shows bunt. He tries to bunt out. He got him off second. Herbers throws to second.
Oof.
And actually,
Schaff
Schaff
cut
had
in
to come
front.
in front of the base. So it looked like they had a shot to pick him off as the ball was bunted through by Malott. So
Malott kind of pushed at that bunt.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to maybe push bunt for a hit.
Instead of just getting it down.
Yeah, no balls, 1 strike. Yeah, when the infielders are back, you just get it down. You got a shot as long as the pitcher doesn't field it. Stretch the 0-1. Did he go? Home plate umpire Andrew Ring says he did. No balls, 2 strikes.
Malott does not agree in the batter's box.
He's not liking that call. He's thinking, I've been your catcher here. Help me out. Usually umpires and catchers get a rapport going before, during the game. And sometimes that borderline call might go your way. Pitch just missed outside.
It's a good miss from Morris there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The Lions' pen they should have plenty of arms. Obviously, closer Ethan Mason started yesterday. He's not available.
Yeah, you would think Evan Webb would likely slide into that 9th inning role if the Lions need him.
Yeah, obviously Fry's not available. Breaking ball that's fouled to the third base coaching box again. Count remains 1-2. So this has become a critical inning in this ball game. Hits are even at 5. Lions lead at 2-1. Each team has committed an error. Stretch. Pitch, swung on and grounded in the hole into left field, a base hit. Harley kicks it around out there. That'll score a run. There will be no error on the play. He was going to score anyway. And that ties the game up on just a really seeing eye single through the left side. Kevin was in double play depth.
Kind of breaking towards the second base bag, too, on the swing.
Yeah, just hit them where they ain't is what they say. So Elmhurst has tied the game as Sweaterek comes across the plate to even this game up. March goes to second. So Javier Cervantes is 1 for 2 on the day and a stolen base. So Post cannot win it now. Morris is the pitcher of record at this point. Pitch. That ball's in the dirt. Herbert's with a nice block. 1 ball, no strikes. Martin playing in front of the base. I have no idea why. 1 ball, no strikes. Stretch. Pitch. Fastball caught the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Martin starting to take a couple steps back now, trying to get some signals from the dugout. Now he's behind the runner where he should be. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tie game in the 6th. Good breaking ball. Drops in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Elmhurst faithful they're getting behind their team pretty good over here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out in the 6th. Morris wants him to go through the signs. The batter asked for time. He says no. Fastball fouled at the plate. That's what's changed, Blake, over the last couple of years with this pitch clock. Guys ask for time, and they don't give it to them because I guess it gets to a point where I believe it has to be within the last 7. Once it's the last 7 seconds, it's too late.
Yeah, and Aiden had already come, or Aiden, my apologies, Caden had already come set.
Yep.
Was looking at second base, not even looking at the plate. So if he does call time, Morris can't even see it at that point. So I like the idea or the job of Mr. Ring to not call that.
Well, there's a double play ball, grounded to short out there. Lawson turns it. Oh, he threw it wild. Now they're going to call interference. They're going to call an automatic double play. That's a huge call in this game.
No, they're not.
They're not.
They're saying the ball went out of play.
No, wait a minute. Now the base umpire is going to call it, or the home plate umpire, Andrew Angus, is going to call it.
So the run doesn't score.
No, the run does not score. That's a 6-4-3 double play. The Lions with a huge break. Now the manager is going to come out and discuss the call, and so it obviously was an illegal slide at second base.
He's saying that the helmet actually hit Jake at second base, I believe.
So whatever the ruling is, we're clearly happy with it.
So we head to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 2 here on the Mount St. Joseph Sports Network.
And we're back for the bottom of the 6th. New pitcher for Elmhurst. Number 49, Anton Spencer. His second appearance of the year. No record, 1 1/3, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Spencer will face Kevin Schaff. First pitch is a breaking ball in there for a strike. Pitch, that's outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Okay, I've just been told by our crack staff here that we have about 20 to 25 minutes. There's a called strike, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to finish this game as we have a flight that we have to catch. So hopefully when we get out of here, the Lions can get a victory, and we're sorry, we apologize, but that's just the way it has to be. That ball's down, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So hopefully we have a big inning here and everybody back home can feel comfortable. Maybe you have some friends here you can text to figure out what the score is. Again, our apologies, but we got to catch a flight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's swung on and fouled at the plate. Count remains 2-2. Out of the stretch, that's ball 3. So Schaff runs the count to 3-2. Spencer to the stretch. A 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Schaff goes down swinging. That'll bring up the left fielder Jordan Harley. Jordan is 0 for 2 on the day. He had a stolen base, and then he was caught stealing his last attempt. Stretch. Pitch, that's a fastball that stays outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Matt Brandcamp on deck. Stretch. Swung on and missed.
Good pitch.
Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike.
For those that would also like to follow live stats, that will also not be working as we have to shut that down on the way. We will update those stats once we get to the airport and get everything from the team that'll get updated.
Called strike 2. Yeah, just, unfortunate. If this game started at 9, we'd probably be able to finish it, but just unfortunately, the 10 o'clock start got us. Ball outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stretch. The 2-2. That swung on and, nice stab by the shortstop. His throw is off the base.
Calling him off the base, so you got to give a throwing error.
Yeah, it's a throwing error on the shortstop there. But Jordan with good hustle down the line. So the Lions have a base runner.
So what we're saying when we say that is the umpire makes the sign that the throw pulled the first baseman off the bag. By that, he's assuming that if it's a good throw, Mr. Harley's out. So that kind of takes the guesswork away from us, and we have to charge the shortstop with a throwing error.
Fastball, called strike to Matt Brandkamp. Matt on the day, flied out to right and struck out swinging.
You talked about it in the last at bat. Like to see Matt shoot one to the right side on one of those outside pitches.
Huge hole. Throw over to first, and Harley gets back easy. Stretch. Pitch. That ball's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stretch. Pitch. Swung on and hit pretty well to center field. Back. That's over his head.
Harley will
all
score.
The way to the wall. Harley will score. Brandkamp touches second. He's going to go into third with a stand-up triple. Wild throw. Matt's going to try to come home. He's hurt himself, and he's going to slide into home head first.
Great job, Matt. Lions take a big 2-run lead.
That's the old Little League home run. So that'll be a triple and then a throwing error. So Harley scores all the way from first on that. That'll be an unearned run, but that'll count. And then Matt with an RBI triple. That is a called strike to Ethan Mason. Pitch. That's line to left for a base hit by Ethan Mason. So looks like Ethan's starting to get going. So Brandkamp's run becomes earned.
Yeah, Chuck, I talked to Ethan's dad over there, and after his first at bat, he barreled one to the left field. It was a fly out, but we talked about it on here. It's just good to see him barrel balls, and now he's 2 for his last 2. Hopefully Ethan snaps out of this funk to start the year. And just we all knew he was not going to hit 094 for the year, Chuck.
Too good of a hitter.
Too good of a hitter. Now he's swinging it. Lions lead 4-2. Mears in the box.
Quick throw to first on a pitch that's high and up and away to Anton. 1 ball, no strike. So the Lions, after Elmhurst has scratched and clawed their way back to a 2-2 tie, they've got a 2 spot here, still batting in the bottom of the 6th. Stretch. Pitch. Fastball right in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jake Lawson on deck, followed by Andrew Harrison. Lions have broken the tie. Caden Morris, the pitcher of record at this point for the Lions, and ball down. And Anton Spencer, pitcher of record for Elmhurst. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Lions lead at 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch swung on and fouled down the right field line.
Off the bat, I thought that was going to be one of those line drives that just kind of curled in that right field line and kicked all the way to the corner.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Stretch. 2-2. That's down in the dirt. Nice block there by the catcher, Malott. So the count runs full.
Malott's done a really good job back there today,
Chuck. He really has. I would expect Ethan Mason to take off on the full count pitch. Full count. He does not go, and that's grounded in the hole into right field, a base hit.
Yeah, that's where that running on the pitch,
Yeah.
Ethan would have easily cruised into third base.
Yeah.
And then you had runners at first and third with one out.
Yeah, that'll be his second hit. Yeah, I'm a little surprised they're just not very aggressive on the bases.
It'll be interesting to see what happens when the Lions do return out defensively. As you said, Brandon Camp looked like he pulled up a little bit there.
Could have been fatigue.
Correct. It very much could. I would have been fatigued.
Yeah, maybe they give him a little oxygen in there. So, yeah, but you're right.
I was fatigued from watching him, Chuck.
That's Lawson steps in. Pitch, that's down low, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Jake on the day is 1 for 3. Lined out to right, single to the mound, and struck out swinging. Lions have retaken the lead 4-2. Mason a short lead off second. Pitch, that swung on and hit the center field. Back is Johnson. He'll make the catch. Mason bluffs the tag and returns to second. That'll bring up Andrew Harrison. Andrew on the day is walked grounded third but hit by the pitch, so he's been on 2 out of 3 times. So a couple big runs out there. I'd like to see Harry find the gap here, give us a little bit more breathing room. Stretch. Pitch. Fastball down. 1 ball, no strikes.
Selfishly, Chuck, and for the Lions, I really hope Harry gets on here so I can watch one more of my boys at bats before we have to get out of here. Because it looks like this time's coming pretty quickly for us. This is a lengthy bottom here.
Pitch. Oh, it hit him. Well, you're going to get your wish. So that'll load the bases. That's the second time Harry's been hit by the pitch. All right, they're going to make a change. I think we got time to hang in here for this at bat. Okay.
Yep.
All right, we'll give you the change when we come back right in a minute on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network.
All right, Chuck, so on the mound for Elmhurst will be Landon Bonasinski. Trying my best with that last name, ladies and gentlemen. Chuck will give you his numbers in here in a second, but we will go ahead and confirm this will be the final half inning we're able to cover here today for you from Florida. Once again, as Chuck has said numerous times, we do apologize. When we originally scheduled our flight, we thought we had a 9 a.m. first pitch today. Thought we'd have plenty of time. So, Chuck, give us Mr. Bonasinski's numbers.
Okay, he's appeared in 3 games, so this will be his 4th appearance. 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts, 4.50 ERA. Opponent's batting average 200.
Kind of expected to see a lefty coming out of the bullpen to face Brennan. They must not have much left-handed options over there. So Brennan steps in, 2 outs, bases loaded. Lions lead by 2. Could be a big spot in this ball game going down the stretch. Once again, as I said yesterday, Chuck, thank you to you and Jake for doing a fantastic job down here. Couldn't do any of this without you guys. Best team I've ever had. I wouldn't trade my team for anybody in the world, ladies and gentlemen. As Bonazinski misses in with the first pitch.
We got a pretty good leader.
Appreciate that, Chuck. Misses in again at the belt to Brennan. You're messing with some serious dangerous spot. Keep throwing it in at the belt to him. If you miss out just a little bit, he could hit that building in right center field.
The Lions really in a good shot here to break this thing open. Get your pitch on 2-0.
Misses in again. Continue to come in on the big fella. I know Brennan's a powerful young man, but at this point he has the take sign.
Yeah.
And they, up and away.
They're getting the mock cheer here from the Elmhurst crowd, like finally got a strike call. It's a big man in there.
Yeah, it's tough to miss up to him, though. So 3-1 the count now to the Lions' first baseman. And he walks. Great at bat by Brennan. I know he stands in there and wants to swing the bat. He wants to be the guy that comes through with the RBI double in this spot. But, you know, if they're not going to give you anything to hit, take your RBI, walk down to first base, give their team a 3-run lead, and keep it moving. Keep the train moving. Bring it up for Herbers. Herbers has one base hit in this ball game. Grounded out to second and popped up to short in his last two at-bats. Misses up. But 1-0 the count to the Lions catcher. 2-0 the count now. Well, I said we were going to finish this inning. I might not be able to do that necessarily.
Well, the problem is Coach Miller's still got to get his shower. So.
Well, we got to clean up all of our junk, too. So that's a good 5 minutes worth of stuff here for us. We know this stinks as you're out there watching, especially you, Cam, as we know you're watching. We apologize, but it's just the reality of the world we're living in today. Could be worse. 2-0 the count to Herbers. 3-0 the count now.
Yeah, really struggling finding the strike zone here. It looks like they got a lefty up now. A little surprised, like you said, that wasn't the guy to face Brennan.
Herbers has the take for sure. Fastball at the belt for a strike. I actually like that the belt is being called right now. I hate that they don't call the belt strike anymore. It drives me crazy. Herbert swings through the fastball away, goes down to a knee, almost Adrian Beltre style.
Well, the runners will get a head start here.
Correct.
Full count, 2 outs.
A double in the gap will score 2 for sure. Base hit will score 2 for sure with Harrison running, who runs pretty good. Good job for Herbers to fight that off. It was ball 4.
Yeah, it was.
But he stays alive.
Yeah,
he knows it too as he
upset with himself.
Trying to come through again. Not a ton of at-bats for Herbers on the young season, but he's been in this Lions uniform now for his 3rd season, so he wants to come through for his teammates today. Ball hit high, bouncer at third base. Fair ball. Herbers doesn't run. So they get the out 5-3.
See what they're going to call.
He called a fair ball. Coach Newman bounces out of the dugout. Neither umpire even paying him any attention.
Well, at this point, the call's not going to be changed. I can tell you that.
The field umpire definitely can't make the change. The home plate umpire is staring down the line. Like there's no way they can make a change here.
Let's see what we got. And they're going to say fair ball. That's going to be the end of the inning.
That's really bad. So, guys, signing off our final game from Florida down here. We've had a fantastic week. Once again, a big thank you goes out to Coach Newman and the baseball staff, Coach Gotterwitz and the softball staff for helping us put this thing together. We appreciate them financially supporting this trip. As Ryan Caulfield takes over on the mound for the Lions, we are going to sign off and get out of here. We got a plane to catch. We truly apologize, but the reality is what the reality is. So for Chuck Murray, I'm Blake Watson. Thank you guys.